Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Let's Play in Verbis Vertis with FrozenFoxy. Last time we left off, we were in this amazing looking place here. I mean, it's just so expansive compared to anything that we have seen in this game so far. It's amazing to look at, and I have no idea what to expect around here. This is pretty fantastic. Got myself a drink of water, so hopefully I will be able to continue this just fine now. But for now, let's go exploring, see what's going on here, shall we? I have no idea what I'm even meant to do here. There's so far nothing magical about this area. Nothing that indicates where I am, or it's just really unique and interesting. Is this like a clock or something? Can I stand on this? This does not move me around at all. Interesting. We've got a giant egg-looking thing over here. What is this, like aliens? That would be really scary if there was a big face hugger that came out of that thing. What would that even hug the face of? A god? Jeez. It's freaking crazy. That statue up there kind of reminds me of the thing that we just fought with our shield power. I'm not sure if that's what that is, or what's going on here. I don't know. Ooh, touch laggy there. Okay, everything is suddenly mechanical, and we're in Portal. Yeah. Not what I was expecting to see back here. This is with this blue stuff, and is it supposed to be lava? I have no idea. Yeah, everything looks more mechanical than it does magical at this point. I mean, at the same time, it's got a major magical feel to it, but it feels like they made an industrial kind of complex through their magic. Hello? What have we here? Duel with a nightmare. One of the worst nightmares of the explorers in the temple, at least the wise ones, are slender figures, skeletal, that roam floating like ghosts, the Shar Seth. Imbued with magic, these entities have an affinity with the arcane arts superior to almost all known species, and this makes them very resistant to any kind of attack. Apprentices cannot hope to scratch their aura directly with their spells. Escape is by far the best option, although rarely possible. However, if the confrontation is unavoidable, a sufficiently expert enchanter can try to exploit some anomalies produced by the spells of the Shar Seth himself. The knowledge contained herein, which can save your life, have required the sacrifice of many. Honor them, making good use of it. Listen carefully to the voice of the Shar Seth, even if it's horrifying for your ears. Only by understanding what they are saying will you be able to know what spell they are about to launch, and act accordingly. These are the formulas that they use frequently. Tevinam Udiki, I guess. It creates magic missiles and throws them against its target. A shield spell is fortunately enough to block them. The energy of the projectiles is akin to the aura of their creator and can cross it. You can damage him throwing them back. So this is probably like the shield thing that we had to do where we were blocking the missiles that were coming at us. I'm guessing it's probably exactly the same. In fact, this Shar Seth thing might be what we fought in the previous plays. I don't know. Obikenu. Well, we know that one. It's a telekinesis spell. While common enchanters have limited control over living matter, the Shar Seth can damage through strong kinetic energies. When he is pronouncing this formula, answer back with the telekinesis spell. This will create magical anomaly condensed into an energy sphere. Concentrate on the orb to push it towards the Shar Seth. If you manage to hit him, his own spell will turn against him. So I guess I'm supposed to use Obikenu back, and then I'm supposed to do what, Nemet Ecto, or which one was it? Let's see here. Telekinesis. So Nemet Ecto, I believe, is pushing it back towards him. Objects can be moved nearer or farther when manipulating them. So yeah, I'd probably say Nemet Ecto to focus it back after doing Obikenu. Good information so far. Let's see here. Moha'ki, I guess. It creates a forest of thorns. Requires the Shar Seth a strong concentration on the area where he is casting, stretching his reaction times. Teleport behind him and he will not be able to follow you. The projection of the magical power on the affected area causes an imbalance of the aura that tapers behind the Shar Seth. Those who have a good mastery of magic can exploit this weakness to hit him with any spell. Okay, so it sounds like I would do Nametatul, which I believe is the fast teleport, yep. And then I would go Atul Agni from behind to hit him with a fireball. At least that's what I think I would do. It sounds like it's going to be a little more involved fighting this creature the second time around, because that first fight was not particularly difficult by any stretch of the word. I wonder if I can use this. This looks like water. Yegamide. No, I cannot. Pretty looking ice stuff going on in here. Is there anything else of any interest in here? I don't think so. Anti-magic, huh? I wonder why there would be an anti-magic thing around this area. I don't even know why it was in the caves, honestly, because mainly it just hindered me from using my light spell. I mean, I suppose it was meant to keep me from using a spell from one room to the next or something. I have no idea. Is there anywhere for me to... I suppose I could, like, teleport to ledges or something and go down here. I want to explore first before I go down there, because that looks like a crazy town. What is going on up here? Ooh, laggy. So it seems like this is one gigantic area for it to be laggy like that. Some kind of statue with what looks like lava. What do we have here? Huh. Can I read this? No. Tial Uda. What did I just do? I don't even know. I have no idea. I don't know why, but this place seems like the most mysterious of all compared to everything else. I mean, it's vast and magnificent, and I don't know, I just really am adoring this area. It's really neat. It's very different. It's like plants out here. Wonder how I get there. Or if I can even get there. Can I just like jump around this way? Eeh. I'm sliding down. I I don't particularly like doing that, and it didn't look like there was anything out there for me to see. What is that? We'll go up there in a second. I'm gonna go check around over this way first. But that looked like there might be something of interest up there. Hello? Amulet thing? This looks like the portal that we saw earlier. Is there something for me to activate it? Not that I can see currently. Behind it, perhaps? Hello? You look like a head. In fact, you look like the head of the statue we saw in the other room. Obikinu. I wonder. I indeed do wonder, because that thing looked like it had its head missing. Would this do anything? Namet Ekto. Ooh. What is this? Is this like a spell or something? What is this? Oh, it's apparently Chronicles of the Fall. That's not what I was expecting at all. Okay, are we going to find more of this Chronicles of the Fall? Because this is like page 7 of this thing. The Tale of the Taste of Blood. Gandra stood before me, motionless. His empty gaze was most disquieting, his skin damp with sweat, and his hands trembling. He remained there, still, without saying a word for several minutes. And I did the same. When he began to speak, the first words he pronounced appeared meaningless. It was him, at the portal. I did not understand. Who? I asked. Him, Juvenas, at the portal. I believe Juvenas is Latin for juvenile or young. As he spoke the name, I noticed a metallic taste in my mouth, like blood. It was not truly blood I could taste. It was more a sensation, the feeling one gets when reality becomes unreal, and unpleasant memories automatically come to mind. Juvenas? Juvenas is dead, Gandra. We saw it with our own eyes. It was Juvenas, at the portal, he repeated. I had gone to the portal to check the situation of the lands of the Red Sun, but I could not go any further. The portal was closed. The route to the village in the cavern was no longer there. We are stuck here. That's impossible. The three would never allow it. I protested. But what I said was not true. Gandra stared at me, and his mouth opened, but remained silent for a moment without uttering a sound. We have disappointed them. Justitia is furious. Equalitas no longer considers us worthy. Veritas is sad. Could it be so? Zenith had been created to bring together peoples from across the universe, but now that all civilizations had denied the order, what would happen to the temple and its secrets? I had been wondering the same for weeks, but it was only then that the answer seemed evident. And he was there, by the closed portal. Gandra continued. My heart jumped into my throat. Sitting on the steps, he looked at me, motionless, and I at him. I tried to get closer to him, to talk to him, but with every step I took, I seemed to get further away. Without realizing it, I was no longer in the passageway. I was in an endless corridor of darkness. His voice was becoming increasingly shaky as he continued with his tale, while my heart beat ever harder. By the time I turned my head, Juvenas had disappeared. I looked for him and called to him, but it was in vain. I started to walk towards the only light I could see, and at the end of the corridor, but I never got any closer. It seemed to be endless. Then suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. I looked round to see, and threw an ectolume to light the way. but I could not see anything before me. Well, that's because you're supposed to do Lume Tial, you idiot. Anyway, I started to run, but the more I ran, the closer and louder the steps grew. I didn't turn around again. I ran all the way here. Sounds a lot like Metro 2033. Great book, by the way, and fantastic game. I must know, I said. Why did you give your gift to Barda? Because he understood. Because he knows. But now we're trapped here, with them. Even if I could, it's too late for us now. It was perhaps then that I, too, lost faith in the Order. Interesting. Very interesting. So I wonder if we're going to start getting Chronicles as we go through here. Maybe I'm going to put together this statue even more, because it looks like it's missing an arm of some sort. Actually, that kind of looks like it might be similar to the wing statue, so it could be missing 3 different pieces right now. I have no idea. Anyway, let's see here. Where was the outside again? I really want to check out what that is. Notim Atul Apun. A lot of statues around here. Hello, there is something under that. What do we have here? The last pilgrims in the civilization of death. By that time, only a few pilgrims had access to the temple. Different creeds spread among the planets, and those returning, once dressed as prophets, sages, and powerful people, were now dangerous heretics with the ability to subvert the order created by the authority of the civilizations of death. They were alone, talking to and struggling against deaf peoples, and even when they managed to overthrow entire empires, they were seen as demonic creatures, monsters that struck with fire instead of sword. They were the last insane glimmers of the universe at dusk. I love the writing in this game. It is quite well done. My journal has been updated. Alone but happy. Leaf and I were the best at finding old evidence. She had unique intuition. I don't know how she did it, but every time she would point out somewhere to look, we would always find something there. I trusted in her blindly, and would walk for weeks to reach the remote areas she indicated. Sometimes we would spend months alone in the desert, digging holes, but it was all right. We were together and far from Ja'al, where life had become difficult and dangerous. When I read The Civilization of Death, my city, and my whole planet instantly came to mind. Also, this A Reason to Go is underlined. Does that mean that this is new and I haven't... Yeah, I think it is. I think it is, and I haven't read this, apparently. A Reason to Go On. You and I were never anything more than slaves. Admittedly, we were better off and luckier than many others, but only because we were useful to the lords of Ja'al. But I didn't care. With you at my side, we would leave for months at a time, and I felt free. When you died, I felt what I truly was for the first time, a slave digging holes in the sun, a hermit alone in the desert. I came to this temple alone because I wanted to believe in a fairy tale. I was looking for something to give me a reason to carry on. It looks like I found it. Is there any other eyeball thingies around here?